Hi Morgan. First I'm sorry for two things. One, for scaring you with the early due date. And two, for accidentally deleting the part that I had recorded of you. So I'm going to go ahead and just review your video right now for a second time, I guess. So the first thing that I had wanted to say about it is that this is a perfect height target for beginning. I really like how tall it is and how stable it is for him. And I really like these stretches. This leg is definitely stretching more, and I'm wondering if that is the one he had surgery on too. But look at both of them stretching beautifully on that one. So I'm really happy with those stretches.
Get it.
That one, I like how you handled it when it came off completely by giving him a nice pause before doing the reset cookie, because right now I don't expect him to back up when 2 feet are off, but I think it's going to come pretty soon. So giving that pause in there is perfect.
Good.
And a beautiful stretch. And I remember when that first happened, I remembered holding my breath because I really thought he was going to step back just because of how far he had been doing that stretch. That's a pretty big stretch for a big dog. And he did do it.
Good.
And even that little backup there was just perfect because he had actually, this leg came off slightly. He fixed himself, and then he actually backs up even a tiny bit more, I think, after that. So I'm really happy with that. And generally when a dog starts doing just these tiny 1-foot corrections, they're so close to getting it. Yeah, that reminds me that one thing I noted the first time, let me back up a second. I want to say 2 things here. The first thing is that one thing I noted is that he seemed to almost always step off with his left leg first, with the exception of one of the really early ones where I think it was a right foot, and I don't know if I can find it in there. Not a big deal yet. So this was like the 1 rep where he did step off with his right foot first. It's not a big deal. Some dogs have a harder time backing off with 2 feet if they're only ever practicing that left leg. I don't think that's going to be an issue for you, but if it is, I would start trying to turn his head slightly to his left and your right. That's tiny angle can make some dogs have a little bit easier time lifting that opposite leg. So in this case, the back right leg, again, going a little bit, turning his head off to your right hand side like this can sometimes help some dogs. Doesn't always, so it's not a magical kind of fix there. I don't really know of another way to encourage the dog to step off with their non-preferred rear leg, so it's not something that I particularly worry about. But just something that I remember noting in your video when I watched it the first time of how he was doing that. The other thing I was going to say was, yeah, I think this was a pretty long wait for him to offer that backup cue where you're just kind of just stuck staring at each other. It wasn't too long that I was going to have you like really reset him or anything. Waiting is fine. I just wanted to say that some dogs have an easier time when we talk to them to kind of give them gentle encouragement, like, oh, you're so close, or what do you gotta do, bud? Just whatever comes out of your mouth, that gentle encouragement can help some dogs think that, oh, they have to offer a behavior. Other dogs, it's just noise, and it makes it harder for them to think. So there's no right or wrong answer in how to handle that. In this case, you were silent, and maybe that is better for him. I'm not really sure, but he does end up offering it, so that made me happy. And yeah, he is just so close. He's giving you such nice stretches.
Get it.
And he really is backing up nicely, at least with that 1 leg. So I don't think you have to do anything differently with him. I really like how you're doing it. I think he just needs more practice. I would give it a couple more sessions. If you're still not seeing any progress, then you might consider using a bit of a channel to help him out. But I just don't think that's necessary right now. So hopefully you're already seeing more progress since Saturday. And if you have any more questions, please just shoot me a note or post on the alumni list. Thanks.